mainstream and synergize our efforts. As accreditation bodies, I also want to request potential clients that are also carrying out inspection or conformity assessment activities to work with us. We are open, or we operate an open door policy so that we are able to come and also add value, and I'm sure we are going to take this a notch higher, even as we put ourselves in the marketplace. I wish to stop there, and again want to thank each and every one of you for having found time to be here as we come to also celebrate the award of the accreditation certificate to ISO 17020 to Avant-Garde. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I request Mr. G.V. Raman, Managing Director of Avant-Garde, to give an overview of Avant-Garde's activities.
John Mutugi, Chairperson, KENAS Board. Mr. Sammy Milgo, MDF, KENAS. It gives me a very great pleasure to give an overview of our organization. Avant-Garde Engineers and Consultants was conceived and started in the year 1990 by a group of professionals with many years of industrial experience, with a mission to provide engineering with excellence. We are into our 23rd year of providing service to the industry, and we have been providing our engineering services basically in the area of eco-friendly power generation, in addition to the captive power plants for the industry. We have stressed more on the eco-friendly power generation, mainly because that's going to be our future, where we are going to leave the environment more friendly to our next generation. The services provided by Avant-Garde include project studies, engineering, procurement and project management assistance, inspection services, construction and commissioning supervision and services. Avant-Garde has experience in installation of sugar plants, complexes, fuel ethanol projects, and also power generation from biomass and the non-conventional fuels, including the municipal solid waste, which we are installing many plants in India. Avant-Garde, an ISO 9001-2008 company, accords highest priority to the quality aspects in the engineering, manufacturing, and construction activities of the project. As EPCM consultants, Avant-Garde sets high standards for the quality assurance and control of the manufacturing and construction activities of equipment that go into the plants. Starting with the providing of inspection services as part of their EPCM responsibilities, we also have extended our services to many third-party inspection services, not only in India and also in other countries. We also provide inspection service for European and US markets, where many of the customers have sent their requirements when they source the products from India. The presentation of accreditation certificate recognizing Avant-Garde as a Type C inspection body by Kenya Accreditation Services is the culmination of a year-long rigorous auditing process undertaken by KENAS to ensure that Avant-Garde fulfills the requirement of ISO IEC 17020-1980. Avant-Garde considers this accreditation as a very great honor and a recognition of their capabilities, and we will provide the services to our customers with their reliable, accurate, and impartial inspection services. It is to the credit of Avant-Garde that they are the first inspection agency from India to be presented with the accreditation certificate by KENAS. Avant-Garde, true to their reputation, has proved to be a dependable and value-adding EPCM consultants to quite a few Kenyan companies. We have been associated with Kenya from the year 2005, and our customers have liked us, and they have given us the opportunity to serve the Kenyan industry by installation of a very high pressure cogeneration power plant of 34 megawatt in Mumia Sugars, in addition to 80 kiloliters per day fuel ethanol plant in Mumia Sugars, and also a water bottling plant which also is going to be commissioned shortly. We are also associated with Sony Sugars and Zoya Sugars, and we are sure with the encouragement given by you all, we will provide excellent service in the coming years. On behalf of Avant-Garde, I once again extend a very warm welcome to you all, and we are happy to get this honor, and we assure you all that we will serve the Kenyan industry with greater commitment and vigor. Thank you very much.
So Avant-Garde has been giving total quality management service, and recently we have made inroads into Ethiopia with Metec Corporation. There we are giving them the total concept for 11 sugar plants in quality management. The services includes quality systems development, quality assurance plans, and quality control at site during erection and commissioning. With this, I request the chairperson of KENAS, Professor Marion Mutugi, to say a few words.
The MD of Avant-Garde, the representative from the Indian High Commission, I wish to first of all congratulate Avant-Garde engineers and consultants on this occasion of presentation of their accreditation certificate from the Kenya Accreditation Service. Thank you. Well done. This certificate says that you have conformed and will continue to conform with the various regulations, standards, and specifications. And it says that you're committed to quality, to safety, to fitness for use, and to continued safety compliance of the plants and systems of your clients. This to us is an important commitment because Kenya has the Vision 2030, and your activities will support the economic pillar. We are gratified to observe that you currently are involved in the sugar sector. And I am personally involved in the sugar sector because I have a sweet tooth. And it is important because once the economic pillar is met by ensuring that the farmers are economically empowered, the social pillar of Vision 2030 and the political pillar will also stand. That KENAS is privileged to be part of the global environment that ensures and requires that it is no longer adequate to know that you're doing the right thing. But the global environment requires that other people attest that you're doing the right thing. That is what accreditation is all about. KENAS is a sole organization that is set out by the government of Kenya to ensure accreditation in the areas that have been previously mentioned. The Assistant Director, Inspection Services, Abraham Wenkesa. Congratulations. I also want to recognize the Deputy Director, Technical Services. Congratulations. And I want to thank and recognize the MD. You have made us proud. A few days ago, I listened to one of our children who was doing a paper, writing some assignment, and it was on Indo-Kenyan relationships. And I am pleasantly gratified to know that this certificate, this accreditation of Avant-Garde is enforcing the Indo-Kenyan relationships. India and Kenya have had a long-standing relationship, But we entered a period of brainwashing, where we believed that we can only benefit if we associate with people in the West. An accreditation of Avant-Garde has reawakened my belief that we can benefit more on South-South relationships. I wish to note that this company from Chennai, India, had the option of going to other accreditation organizations in the north, but you chose KENAS. We want to encourage you to be a good example. We also want to say that we note that you are 23 years, you are barely out of your teens, and you have not even reached your potential. We know you're going to expand your scope. We know you're going to expand your client base. And we wish to say that we will accredit you as our ambassadors to other organizations, and we will give you the respect and the benefits that accrue to a firstborn. You are our firstborn at KENAS in inspection. Unlike many accreditation organizations the world over, accreditation decisions at KENAS are made from a pool of experts who are not employees of KENAS. This ensures impartiality, professionality, and perception, which we must reinforce, that we will accredit you if you deserve it. Mr. Kimuri.
This committee, the accreditation committee, as the chair already has said, comprises experts from different organizations, and these experts are very well versed with this exercise. The first meeting we had about 5 or so companies, and not all qualified. And this company is one of those who qualified. And when you are said you have not qualified, does not mean that you are not going to qualify. There are a few things you are told to go and do, and then return your documents in 1 or 2 months. It is a very competent committee which is ready to do its work and ensure that more companies are accredited. So it was the first meeting where we met and then accredited you. As a ministry of industrialization, we do a lot, but you private sector, you don't know whether the government works or not. And that's why I always say we should be saying when you have done something, nobody will praise you until you praise yourself. We have done this. If you look at, for the last 3 years, we have set up what you call Kenya Bureau of Standards Tribunal. We also have set up KIPI Tribunal, where you can go and hear if you have any problems. We do this after discussing with the private sector. You will see where they will tell you where they feel things are not moving. And I'm very happy today, because you are here, you have seen we have done something. We have accredited this company among others. We are going to accredit more to make this country a better place to live in. Because we in Africa, we are looking for food. Not that we are poor, because God gave us everything and we are sleeping. Thank you very much.
Both for project execution, the cogen plant, and the now the ethanol project and similar projects. Then we are now working with Sony and Zoya Sugars. So now, for all of them, we had the full support from the Indian High Commission. For whatever services we require, we can go and approach them without any problem. And I request Mr. Matthew, the first secretary of the Indian High Commission in Kenya, to say a few words.
Honorable dignitaries on the dais, especially the senior representative from the Ministry of Industrialization, the chairperson and managing director of Kenya Accreditation Service, and the managing director